Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well. You know me, I'm Tom. Okay, we're going to clear up something real quick here. I'm with Scott, a professional barber, and on the last video I did a week ago when I was at the farm, the biggest problem I had with that video is your comments about my hair. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is because all of you guys said two things. First off, number one, that it looked like I cut my own hair. And you're right, I do cut my own hair. I've been cutting my own hair for the last 5 years. But the other thing is, do I dye my hair? You guys all think I dye my hair just because I'm 67 years old. You think I'm supposed to have this full set of gray hair. Well, I'm here with Scott, and Scott's going to tell you the truth. So I'm going to leave it up to him, and I'm going to get a professional haircut for the first time in 5 years. So Scott, take it away. First off, what's the name of your store, sir?
The name of my shop is called ManeCave Barber Studio. We're right here in Wakefield, Raleigh, North Carolina, in the Wakefield community. I've been here 5 years. I've been cutting hair, 11 years. And to just touch bases on what you're saying about you dyeing your hair, I can't say that he does, because looking at it, just the texture of it alone would determine whether or not he dyes it. Now, he does have some gray, but that's naturally gray. I mean, it's a lot of gray all through your hair, but it's just not a whole full head of gray.
You hear that? A lot of gray throughout my hair, but it just doesn't show up.
So, nah, he doesn't. I'm not saying that he does. If he did, it'd be a lot really blotchy. That's just the color. Some colors still sitting, some growing out in the grays and things like that.
Right.
So it would definitely be really blotchy, and
there would be a telltale sign.
Yeah.
If I dyed my hair.
I've been doing color for 8 years, so
okay. So you would know. I
know.
Okay.
I know.
There you go. Okay, so you guys can take that comment, and you know where to shove it, and you know what drawer to put it in, right? Okay. Well, anyway, I'm gonna let Scott give me a professional fade up. I don't know what all the terminologies is. I just basically showed him a picture, and hoping he could duplicate it, man. Okay, I'll leave it up to you, Scott, man. Right. In your hands.
Yeah, he definitely isn't. He definitely isn't dyeing it. Cutting it itself, I would say, yeah. But we're gonna make it a little better than what he did.
Thanks. I appreciate that. That's the one thing about cutting your own hair. It's really hard to get the back of it, especially when you're trying to do it in the mirror. It don't go so well. In fact, it's funny, that second picture up there. Yeah, kind of like that.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of like that. I don't have that kind of hair. It's not that thick, so I can't block it in the front with the bangs. I don't like the bangs like that. But you saw the picture I showed you. Yeah, you know the deal on that. And I'll tell you another thing. He's got one cool shop here, man. This looks like a real barber shop. I'm telling you. I like it.
Yeah, if any of you guys in the area want to come check us out, feel free to do so.
Yeah, I'll put the link, his address in the link below. When I get home to edit the video, I'll go ahead and put his contact information in the video so you guys be able to see his phone number and name and address and all that, okay?
And yeah, I'm actually in the process of starting a YouTube channel. So you can actually, it's set up, but I haven't uploaded any content yet. But feel free to subscribe, and I'll be looking forward to, the more subscribers I get, it'll kind of make me eager to make content for people. And if you have any questions about anything pertaining barbering, coloring hair, I also do toupees. Um, pretty much do it all when it comes to hair. So feel free to subscribe and check me out.
What do you think your channel name is going to be?
My channel name right now is Not Your Ordinary Barber, NOTYORBINARY Barber, all in one word.
Okay, there you go.
That's also my Instagram handle as well, and my TikTok.
Okay, perfect. I have to admit, it feels funny somebody else cutting my own hair after 5 years, man.
5 years.
Yeah. It was because of COVID.
Oh yeah, I can
Yeah,
understand.
yeah. Everybody got scared going.
Going to barbershop.
Yeah, going anywhere in public. Yeah, and getting up close and personal with people. But now that's all gone. And then after I did that video and everybody was talking crap about my hair, man, I had to do something about it. I had to get a professional involved. A second opinion, as they say.
I get that a lot too, though. I guess based on my age, people feel like I should have nothing but gray hair.
Right. That's exactly what they think about me too.
I may have 25, maybe 30, but it's just scattered out. You're like, oh, you dye your beard. Oh.
Yeah.
I do dye my beard from time to time, but I dyed this patch right here in the front.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, I see that. Yeah. Yeah, now what's funny about my beard, it comes out solid gray. I mean, I'm true salt and pepper.
Yeah, I see underneath, it was great.
Yep.
But if he dyed his hair, it wouldn't even be this smooth. It'd be so dry and brittle.
That's right, chemical burn, baby. Chemical burn. If you dye your hair, you're going to put chemicals in it, it's going to dry your hair out.
Yeah.
My hair ain't like that.
It's going to be brittle. You would have to put oil on it so
Right.
much. And it still would be, a lot of times you put oil on it and it's still dry and brittle. I literally just got into it real bad with one of my clients because they dye their hair, and I was telling them that their hair was dry, and they literally fussed me out about it. But like I said, I've been coloring hair for 8 years, and I know what color does. It doesn't matter.
Right.
These chemicals, you have to mix them to make it work. So
Right, and you got to be somewhat of a chemist to make sure you don't make it too strong or stuff. And I don't know much about it, but I'm telling you what, I know you can really screw up a dye job and burn hair and burn your scalp.
Right. Especially if you're trying to go with a color that's actually lighter than your natural hair.
Right.
It's going to take the pigmentation out of your hair. You're going to have to do treatments for like to put protein back in your hair.
Right,
A lot of
right.
people don't know that. In order to get the full health of your hair again, you have to do protein treatments. And so I just be trying to let people know what they're getting into before they actually
Right.
get into it. But
Right, and that's important, guys. I mean, I don't do anything to my hair. In fact, I just basically wash it with soap. And I've been fortunate because my grandfather, when he died with a full head of brown hair. I lie to you not. So I know it's hard for you guys to understand that if a man is old, doesn't mean he has to have gray hair.
yeah, man. One of my best friends, he had gray hair in high school.
Yeah.
We were in high
That's a
school.
whole
He
different
had a
thing, yeah.
Head full of gray hair. Sometimes it's a birthmark for some people.
That's true.
So, yeah. You can definitely have gray hair and not be old. Or you could be old and not have gray hair.
Right. Or go being bald, going bald in your 20s. I know a lot of guys that, hell, they're losing their hair in their 20s.
Right. There were some guys we went to school with that was losing hair early. And it's okay. We can work around it.
Right.
If you want to look a certain way, that's what I'm here for.
Well, I saw your shop probably 2 weeks ago. I was over at the food line across the street, and I just ended up taking this little side road here, and I looked over and saw your shop, and I said, you know what? Let me stop in there. Because normally I go to these fast haircuts, you know, these $20 jobs, and let me tell you something. These ain't real barbers. They ain't real barbers.
Oh yeah.
You know, they use the number system, 1, 2, 3, and hell, I don't know if I want a 1, a 2, or a 3. So I ended up just cutting because of COVID. I just ended up starting to cut my own hair, man. And yeah, it looks like a bowl cut. I know. I mean, but I ain't no professional.
The picture you showed me looked pretty good though. For you be cutting your own hair.
That I did that one. That one was one of my better jobs.
Yeah, it looked pretty good.
Yeah, it came out all right. Man, one thing I do have is I got a pretty good professional set of clippers. That I do have.
That's the key.
But that, like I said, that was my better one. The other ones, well, anyway. Nothing. I wear a baseball cap most of the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So now you let the people know, man.
Yeah. Well, don't worry. When I want to see all the comments what you guys talk about tonight about this one, because there ain't no way in the world, like you heard it first from Scott. I don't dye my hair, man. I'm telling you, I don't. And also, too, you guys always say when my hair it looks like a bowl. Yeah, it does. I'm sorry about that part, but you know.
Yeah, that's what happens when you cut your own.
Yeah, it looked like a bowl cut. It looked like I put a bowl on my head.
You can't always get it how you want it.
Yeah, I can't taper. I don't know how to taper, man.
But hey, that's the internet for you.
Yeah, well, yeah, you know, and that's why I'm a handyman, so you know, people call me to fix things. And when people need their hair cut and done it professionally, come in places like this. This is you know, the way we do it. And I finally had to break down. You know, it's funny. He hadn't even told me he was going to charge me yet, but I know it ain't going to be cheap. That's all right. I prepared myself for this one. And plus too, and I appreciate you allowing me to live video on this too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Scott.
No problem.
Because I went in one of them girl places, you know, and they all freaked out over there. They would have, oh my God, no. They wouldn't let it happen. That's what I was thinking too. I said, there ain't no way I can go over to Prado's or any place like that. Them girls in there, if I pulled the camera out, shit.
Like, hey, wait.
Hey, wait.
Let me get my makeup.
Well, yeah, even if they even let me do it at all, you know. That was the other problem. I didn't want to have to fight with them over it. And then, too, the noise inside, you know, other people talking and stuff like that, too, so, you know.
Music.
Yeah, and then accidentally, and that was another thing, too, I asked Scott, too, because the music was playing in here, and we had to shut that off and the TV because, you know, the monetization part of YouTube, unfortunately, you know, it is what it is, man. You know, and I've already got one strike against me.
Oh,
So, yeah. I was at an NC State doing a video out there, and dang, doing a bunch of music playing in the background. I wasn't even paying no attention, and they sent me an email, said we can't monetize this video. Sorry, buddy.
Were you at the game or just out?
Yeah, I was at the after party.
Oh.
Yeah, I was at the after party, and there was like 3 or 4 different things going on, and with the big tents and all that, and I was standing up in the bleachers, and I was pretty far away actually, but the music was so loud, it just, the camera picked it up. I mean, it was, you could hear it in the background. I didn't even know it until I started uploading it, and then it didn't take about 10 minutes, and boom, they shut off the money on that one. So I just deleted the video. I figured, what the heck, you know, they ain't no sense playing with this.
Oh yeah.
Just go ahead and delete the video and make amends with YouTube. They're funny about that stuff.
Yeah. They are.
Yep. Well, anything social media these days, man, TikTok, X platform, YouTube, you know, anything you do, you know, you just got to be careful of your content. You know, if you expect to get paid, you know, you got to follow their rules. That's just the bottom line. You got to follow their rules.
Absolutely. Make it easy on yourself.
Yep.
How you doing?
I can't complain.
You got kids?
No, don't have kids. I was married three times, and
3 times.
yeah, I'm a 3-time loser. And second wife died of cancer, but the third one, I married it. The third one was young, real young, and that was a mistake. But never had kids, man. Never had kids.
Now, how young was you talking
20 years difference.
about?
Yeah, I was 50, she was 30. That was no good.
For some days it might have been.
Well, you know, it was more of an ego thing for me, I think. You know, after you know, the wedding bells and all the, you know, all the first year, you know, the fantasy of the whole thing, you know, the life's, you know, you can start living, you know, and then a young woman, man, I'm telling you, a woman, young women, they got not so much just the energy, they're expensive. They're just expensive. They expect everything, the world. Sports car, she had to have a sports car, you know.
You still talk to her?
No, she remarried to a guy down in South Carolina. Went to Myrtle, ended up marrying him and going to Myrtle Beach.
That's where she live now?
Yeah. I moved away from Fayetteville. That's where I grew up. Yeah, Fayetteville, Fort Bragg, and
Fort Liberty now.
yeah, it is. And I brought my business up here, my handyman business up here,
Okay.
18 years ago, right after my divorce, and then I've just been focusing only on that. You know, just working.
How's business up in
Good.
the
Yeah, it's real good. Anything is home repair, especially up in this area. Raleigh's just insane. The amount of money is here. You know, when it comes to construction, the trades.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a plumber, electrician, there's work.
Yeah, I was an electrician before I was a barber.
Okay. Yeah, there's work, man.
It definitely is.
You gotta be there all the time. Unfortunately, it does kind of occupy your time a little bit too much. That's why when I retired last year, I kind of went semi-retirement and trying to learn how to take it easy. You know, trying to put a life together. You know, instead of just work life. You know,
Yeah.
trying to have a life. So I bought a little farm And I kick out, you know, go over there and just hang out, man. I build a little small house out there, and you know, and it really does. It really defuses me a lot. Going out there, it's quiet. You know, plenty of land. Do what you want to do, and it's a good thing, man. Get away from the city.
You hire, or you just do pretty
No,
much?
I'm independent. I'm an independent guy. I did have a little bit of a bigger operation 10 years ago, but found it really difficult to deal with general labor. It's challenging, especially when you got to be at a certain place at a certain time, and you got to work weekends or holidays, you know, and unfortunately I have to do that with some of the contracts I have. So a lot of guys, they want to be on some sort of regular schedule, and you know, when you're a handyman or you're in a multi-trade business, there ain't no such thing as a regular schedule. You can't do Monday through Friday and expect to get the work done. It ain't gonna happen.
Really not.
It just, you know, you're at the mercy of the customer and the job, man. And a lot of these young guys today, you know, there's plenty of stories out there, you know, they stay on the phone too much, and, you know, they don't have the same kind of passion. You know, they don't have the passion for the kind of work
that need to be done.
Yeah. And then being able to learn multiple trades, you know, not just one or two things. You got to know about 30 things, you know. You multi-talented, you know. Even if you're an electrician, you got to know a wide variety of your trade.
Yeah.
A lot of education is involved. And, you know, and then the expense of your equipment, your insurance, you know, and then when you have employees, that part there becomes really expensive, man. Workman's comp, oh my God. And people just don't understand that's a lot of money.
It is.
And then you got to do payroll, and then you got to, you know,
Yeah, I know all about it.
Got to have a CPA and a bookkeeper. Oh man, taxes. That's why I went to it. I'm an S corporation, so I'm a sole proprietor. It's just so much easier.
S corp is easy.
Yeah, as far as the way my taxes are, being that I have no employees, and I don't work outside of the state of North Carolina, it simplifies it a lot. So all I have to do is file personal taxes, and then I file my business taxes.
Yeah.
And it just makes it just really simple, instead of having a lot of other payrolls that you got to consider within that.
Yeah.
I don't have to deal with it.
Makes sense.
I cut 2 checks, one for personal, one for
Business.
that's it. And then you know, I'll see you next year, federal government. But they hit me, you know, I mean, they hit me at about 9%, which is not too terribly bad.
And you originally from here?
Germany.
Germany.
Yes, sir. Ex-military. Yes, sir. Got stationed out at Fort Bragg. And, well, now Fort Liberty, but, yeah, did 28 years there.
28 years in Fort Bragg?
Yeah. Yeah, I was in the car business when I got out. I went procurement and hooked up with Ford, and I started getting contracts with the military, and yeah, it was pretty good. It was a pretty good run there for a while until the Iraqi thing, and then that changed all that, because then the federal government, you know, they had to send everybody off, and they weren't buying local vehicles and from local companies anymore. It was all government contracts then. Then you had to be a big player. They were buying direct from Ford or Chrysler and GMC. So that cut me out. So I just went private with Lafayette Ford down there. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I ended up staying with them for a long time. And then I came up here Only did a couple years with Toyota, and then I got out and I went ahead and started my own business. I already
Were you a
had
salesman
it.
or
Yeah, I was a salesman. Yeah. I was a salesman. I did that for quite a long time. It was a good business up until 08 when it crashed. And that's when I started my handyman business up here in Raleigh. I sold everything down there, brought it all up here, and never looked back. And I think now 15 years. Yeah, I'm on my 15th year running my own business.
you miss that? You miss selling cars?
Sometimes. I like the hustle, man. It was a game, you know. It was fun, you know. Especially when you make that sale, you know. It's an adrenaline. Especially if you make 2 or 3 sales in a day, that'll pump you up, you know. But the thing about car business, man, now it's not like it used to be. You know, we used to have fun in the car business. Now they load these. You go to some of these big dealerships, man. They got 30, 35 people on the floor, man. You can't make no living. They keep everybody in starvation mode.
Oh, you mean sales?
Yeah, too many salesmen. Yeah, they load the floor up, man. You know, and then you see them come, and they see them go.
It's a lot of backbiting.
Oh yeah, there's backstabbing. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
One of my clients who works for Ford now, and he was in here getting a haircut, and he was telling me about a sale that he had coming this week, and right in the middle of that conversation, one of the other salesmen from the dealership calls him, and he's like, "Hey, I reached out to such and such and such and such this morning, and they're on the way up here now to do the deal." Which was the deal he was telling me about.
Right.
Yeah.
Did he have to do it? Did he have to do a split deal?
He split. He said,
man, that sucks.
Yeah,
that sucks.
He had to split the deal. He was like, "Man, it was supposed to be my deal."
Yeah, and then if it's a big deal too, and you have to split with somebody, that'll break your heart.
Yeah, it was pretty major. For what they was coming to get.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if it was a big front end deal and some financing involved,
yeah,
and then you have to go down the middle with it,
I said, "Man,
that'll ruin your week."
He was like, "Man, that's crazy."
If that was a 5-pounder, and you had to give up $2,500 of it to another salesman just because you missed out on it, oh man.
And what happened was he was off that day.
Oh.
So the guy basically just went and fucking called the people while he was gone, while he was out there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he snaked him, man. That's what he did. He snaked him. Yeah. I hate to admit I was pretty bad at that to myself. But that was back in the heyday, man, when you had to be the alpha male on the lot. You know, because there were like 5 or 6 like really, I mean, strong dogs, and you knew who these people were. And then you had about, 15 of them that, they just make a check, they just getting by. But the top 5 guys, man, if you're in the top 5, believe me, you're ruthless. You have to be ruthless. I suppose that's what I liked about it. You had to be on your game. You had to be on your game.
He was just like, it's all right. I'm like, man, I'm telling you, more.
No, it ain't all right. It ain't all right.
He's saying that because he's new.
That's what it was. If he had some time under his belt, he wouldn't have played that game. He'd have jumped up out of that damn chair and ran into the dealership.
Yeah, the guy was like, where are the keys to the... Trying to play it off.
Yeah.
What'd you do with the keys to the other car from yesterday? And he's like, they're in the desk, blah, blah, blah. And then that's when he gets on, by the way.
By the way.
Mr. James and Sally, they're on the way up here because...
Got snaked.
Remember that deal you made with them yesterday? They're coming back to do it today. And the guy, my boy, was like, I thought they were going to wait till, whatever day.
Yeah, I thought,
wait till Thursday. He's like, nah, they're coming now.
They're coming now. Cars
I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah, cars in detail. Getting it ready.
See, I told you.
Oh man, that brings back memories. I hated that I did that to people too, man. God, made me feel bad. But when you get that check at the month, guess what? The management staff, all they say is from 0 to hero, and then back to 0. You know, at the end of the month, man, they just say, you know, these are the people that made it. Yeah, these are the people that didn't.
Yeah.
You know, sorry, Charlie, you didn't make it. And if you do it 3 months in a row and you don't cover your draws, you're out of there.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot. It's a lot of salesmen.
A lot of stress.
A
lot of stress. Commission, 100% commission is really stressful. I did it, man. I mean, but the economy in 08, that took all the steam out of the car business, man. That took out the steam out of a lot of things. I couldn't afford to stay in there in that business any longer. I was going broke, man. Every month was a little bit less, to the point where, you know, a girlfriend at the time, I just said, look, I said, I'm not going to be able to afford myself, and I damn sure ain't going to be able to afford you. Yeah, so I got to go do something else.
Did she understand?
No. Hell no, she didn't understand. She dropped my ass. Women. And I know there's some women on my channel. Don't be dogging on me now. You know how y'all are. I got 14% women viewership on my channel.
Okay.
Yeah. You can look in the analytics and it'll break down what countries videos are being shown in, your percentages of view count, and you know, it breaks it down quite a bit in a graph. You know, you can see what your production, you know, basically everything about your performance in your videos, and you know which ones just flop and then the other ones go viral.
Oh yeah. Sound like you got that master.
Yeah, it took a long time to learn their algorithms, man, and their analytics, how to play it. But the one thing good about my channel is I don't do any editing to the videos. Mine's all raw. It makes it so much easier to upload without spending 4 or 5 hours later on at night trying to splice videos and, you know,
And
put caption effects and music and all the other stuff. Yeah, it's a nightmare. A lot of work.
Yeah, it is.
That's why you get a lot of YouTubers. They really beg, you know, for the subscribers.
I think that's part of the reason why I don't really. And the crazy thing is, I went to school to do videography and photography. So, but it's them edits on the back end, man.
It complicates it. It really does. You know, when you do an hour-long video, and it takes you 6 hours to do editing, forget that. I'm not going to get into that. But you know, some of the big players, man, they're you know, now the big thing is podcasting.
Yeah, I even thought about doing that, but
That's slow, man. And then too, you got to have somebody else, you know, and then the equipment, the amount of equipment, because podcasting usually live, and it's a whole different. You know, it's a lot more technical. It's just more technical dealing with the video. In fact, I went to the fishing show this weekend up at the fairgrounds, and there was 2 dudes there doing live podcasts, and I ended up talking to the guy's wife for a while, and I just said, you know, asked her some straightforward questions. You know, I told her I'm a YouTuber. She looked at my channel. She kind of opened up, and she goes, "We just started. We've been averaging 1,000 views per podcast." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Have you made any money?" She goes, "No." She said, "We've been doing this for 2 years. We haven't seen a dime." And I said, "You won't until you got 10,000 subscribers, or you got a viral video where YouTube finally sees that you got some traction going in."
yeah.
Then they'll send you out an email saying, "Hey, look, why don't you go ahead and set yourself up?" And you know, then you do your bank statement, you know, and then your routing numbers, and then you keep your fingers crossed. But the $100 is the threshold. They give you a bank, And if you reach the $100, as soon as you get $100, they automatically pay out.
Okay.
And they pay out on the 20th every month.
10,000 subscribers or a viral video.
Yeah, 10,000 or a viral video. That's correct. And of course, you got to be, you got to join YouTube, obviously, and be a member and fill out all their, basic requirements. You got to have a channel name, identity, and once you set that up, you roll. You start rolling. Get you a good camera, and then that's it.
You got any siblings?
No, believe it or not, I'm the last of my family, the only boy, and everybody in my family is gone except for a half sister that's in Germany, and I got a half sister in Georgia. Okay. And one's older than I am; she's in her 70s, and the other one's 10 years younger than I am. So yeah, I'm the last boy with no kids, man.
They got kids?
No kids. A couple of my friends said, "Who are you going to leave your money to?" And I'm like, "Shit, I don't know." I haven't thought that far.
My ex-wife.
That's right. I came into this world with nothing. I'm going to probably leave this world with nothing. Spend it before I go. I had a couple people say, well, isn't that selfish? Like, not really. I don't know what you're talking about. Shit. I mean, if you got kids, you got to do the right thing, but.
She was the closest thing to a kid.
I might have to adopt me a Chinese kid or something, right? Somebody who's good with money. Wants to work.
Yeah, put him to work.
Shit, even these days, they don't want to work. They'd rather hang out on the internet. I don't know. There's some people that kids is everything. And then there's some people that, that's just not in the cards,
Yeah.
I got married too young, man, 18, the first one. And that was the last thing on our mind with kids. We both had to deal with life. We were both in the military.
Oh.
So she got sent to Germany. I got sent to Korea. So that just kind of ended that. After about 6 years of that mess, we both knew that was going to be trouble. So we just ended it.
Even though you guys were married, they still sent you guys separate ways.
We were supposed to go into the buddy system, married.
Back then,
Yeah, they didn't like women and men going in on the buddy system or being married and being at the same base because they knew they were trying to capitalize on the money. BAQ, separate rats, and all that. So they sent you apart so you wouldn't. In other words, they wanted you to be, a good soldier.
Yeah.
They didn't just want you to be a soldier that was married and spent a lot of your time with your, off base, and they wanted to keep control over you. I missed Nam by 1 year, so that was a big deal. The military was hurting for soldiers, so yeah, they were doing whatever they could to get people in, but at the same time too, they didn't want you to be too comfortable. So yeah, we never were stationed, even 5 years, we never were stationed in the same place, ever. So it was a real problem.
Yeah, they rather you divorced them.
Yeah, they didn't want to pay that extra money either, too, because there was a lot of money, extra money for BAQ and separate rats for both of us. They didn't like that.
They didn't want them to have that.
No, they kept us poor.
I think even when I tried to go in the military when I was like 18, and we tried to do that buddy system thing, but it didn't. It never panned out.
Yeah, it never works out. It never works out. The military, they'll make
Only
all
thing
kinds
you
of
do is
promises, you know, in the
basic
beginning.
training, basic training, that's it.
Yeah. That they'll keep you together in basic training, you know. But if you're a man and a woman, you're going to be across the street. She'll be in another company, unless you have an integrated company, which there were very few of those back in the '70s. Very few, where you train together, men and women. But they do that now. That's no big deal now.
I learned all about gender equality and all that.
Yeah, they don't care if you're married now.
Now the Air Force, they're a little bit more lenient. They'll allow you to do spousal type coordination, but in the Army, Marines, no.
So not on our watch.
Yeah. Well said. Not on my watch. That's right.
How long have you been a content creator?
What's that?
How long have you been a content creator?
10 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I started YouTube actually by accident. It was more of I had a iPhone 4S, which was the first time that they had a halfway decent camera. And then I just one day with my handyman business, I was out, it was freezing cold outside, and I was bored. And I was in my shop, and I said, what the hell? Let me just do a video and see what happens, you know? I threw it up. 45,000 views.
Oh.
And it was called Mr. Fix-All the Beginning. And it just had traction, you know? And I said, oh, damn. I said, am I a YouTuber? And then now 1,700 videos later, you know, and I've been getting paid for the last 6 years. I've been getting a check for the last 6 years. But it took a long time. It took 4 years to get 10,000 subscribers. Now I'm almost near 30.
Your content basically just fixing, like you do a lot of
It's a
handiwork.
mixture. It's a blog. So like right now we're live streaming. You know, it was a controversy over my hair. And so there's a lot of, when you start doing blogs, then it becomes your personal life every day. Something going on, you know, what are you eating? Who are you messing with? You know, what are you doing? You know, and then I got a farm, so that was a big part of it too. So, you know, I incorporated all that, you know. The vehicles I drive, the boats, you know, everything. It just, every day I wake up, I do like 3 to 4 videos a week. So then it becomes a damn job. And then you have to think every day, what the hell am I going to talk about today? You know, and it becomes a job. But see, he's got a natural setting here, because there's a lot of YouTubers on, you know, doing these makeovers right now. And man, they're taking these homeless people, you know, they're bringing them in and turning them into somebody, you know. But they go all extreme. They put them in new clothes and all that. I've seen some of those videos where they do like huge makeovers with guys, and hell, I watch them. You know, it's amazing what some of these barbers can do. Amazing. Like you were saying, toupees and extension, all that stuff. Yeah, there's this one guy, man. He's something else on YouTube. He's really creative. He's over in Europe. He's all tattooed up, you know. He's got a cool ass shop, and that's all he does is just people sitting in his chair. And I'm telling you, that guy's got a couple million subscribers. He's making some serious bank on YouTube. So I would suggest highly you jump on board, my friend. Go ahead and set you up a professional camera system here and start rolling. And you got the shop, you got the backdrop for it. That's the one thing you got all the, there's a lot of eye candy in here for your videos. which makes it even better when you really got your own studio.
Yeah.
Problem is, once you start, you get hooked. You get that one video that goes viral, it'll get you. It's just like a good-looking woman. You can't leave her alone. You married?
Yeah.
Oh. Good luck to you. Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir. I respect any man who can stay married.
Yeah, that's the thing. Having a hard time.
Drama. Kids.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Yep. Living life.
Yeah.
Living life. I always thought of, what kind of dad would I be? That was a tough question to answer.
Hey, one calling me now.
One's calling me now.
Hello.
Oh, ironic, yeah.
Hello. I was actually recording a video. Okay, I know that. Yeah, I know. It ain't nothing but it's $7. It's a toll. It's $7. It's a toll. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Well, what do you think, guys? He's cutting it up good. I can't see it yet. It's going to be a surprise to me, but I'm sure it looks good.
I'm about to hand you the mirror right now.
Uh-oh. The big reveal. The big reveal. Do I need to get any like gel products or anything like that to hold the style or anything like that?
Honestly, no.
Okay.
I don't know what you normally style it with, just water? Or...
Yeah, usually just water, and then let it naturally just dry out, and it just sits where it sits, yeah.
That's all it really takes. Really.
Okay, cool.
I did put a little powder on there. But...
Okay. Good deal. Well, we're going to see here in a few minutes, guys. I know this video is long because there's no editing. This is just raw, natural video, man. And going through that whole controversy of do I dye my hair? No, I do not dye my damn hair. But yes, I did cut my own hair, and it did look like a bowl cut. So there you go. Now I got it done professionally. So there you go. So shut up. But leave those comments, though. I want to hear what you got to say. And I'll leave all the barber's information in the comments below, and you'll see it. It'll be in my comment section. I'll just leave all his contact information.
Okay.
All right, here we go. All right, look at that. Well, there you go, guys. Perfect. Yes, I like it. Looks like a manly haircut now.
And again, no, he doesn't dye his hair.
That's right. Don't dye my hair. Now you see the hair pop? See all the gray hair popping up in there? Damn right.
Yeah, it's real salt and peppery.
Salt and pepper. There you go. Perfect. Okay. All right, guys. I just want to give you just a cool shot of this shop, man. Nice space. Cool little barber shop, man. I love it. Okay. Well, Scott, thank you, man. Appreciate you.
I appreciate
All right, guys, leave those comments. Let you know what you think. I'll talk with you tonight. Tom out of here.